Hi guys, welcome back to Cinescapist TV. My name is Kat and this is my movie review channel, and I'm already late. I am one day late posting a review for you guys this week, and so to make up for it, I'm reviewing 3 films. Lucky you. And I'm also going to try and do it in under 10 minutes for all 3 films, so let's go. First film I want to talk about today is The Jungle Book, the new Disney live-action sort of remake. I'm a little bit apprehensive about all the series of live-action remakes that Disney has announced for the upcoming sort of 4 to 5 years. It's a lot of them. And I'm just not sure that they're necessary. Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and if you ain't got something completely brand new to say about something, then just don't say anything. Just re-release the old DVD, make it a Blu-ray, make it 3D, I don't know, like, go nuts. But do you have to make a new one? Similarly to last year's Cinderella, The Jungle Book is actually okay. It does add a few new things to the narrative. It draws very heavily from the Rudyard Kipling short stories, so the tone is quite darker, actually, than you would expect. There's only 2 songs left from the original 1960s adaptation, Bare Necessities and I Wanna Be Like You. One of them doesn't quite work. It's not Bare Necessities. And they've also kind of changed King Louis to a Gigantopithecus. They've cleverly put that in the lyrics as well to kind of like spice things up, except Gigantopithekuses were extinct like 30,000 years before any of this could have happened, so I'm not sure quite exactly what they're trying to say here. But it does make for some interesting CG, which is basically all this movie is. Really impressive, stunning wildlife and nature. It just looks real. And then you've got the token human, little Mowgli, who's just the sassiest little kid ever. And I quite liked his performance, actually. I mean, generally speaking, the whole film was really fun to watch. Not really sure that we needed it, but there you go. It's a thing that you can go watch now. On to movie number 2, The Witch, or as it's been marketed, The VVitch. Set in 1600s New England, the story follows a family that has been banished from a plantation, and they have to go make a new life, start a new farm at the edges of this forest. Only an actual satanic witch lives in the forest, and she starts targeting the children. Although really, it's less about what the witch does and more about how the family disintegrates because of what is happening. The atmosphere is insane. It's so well done. The score is the most discordant choral thing you've ever heard, just voices that don't mesh with each other and just kind of leave you with this deep sense of unease. Couple that with the colors. The color palette is just muted grays and blues and browns and just like really bleak looking. And one of the most interesting things about the film is that the dialogue is entirely 1600s English. Think Shakespeare, but just without the rhyme. Apart from a slightly shaky ending, which I'm not sure works based on how the rest of the film is constructed, it's a really, really good experience. If you want to be scared, this is where it's at. It's not in the jump scares that a lot of films seem to just bank on nowadays. It's the real stuff, real terror from the inside out, so I definitely recommend it. And on to my personal favorite of the 3, My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2. I mean, just the fact that it's a sequel kind of makes you go, ugh, they're milking it. But they're milking it in a really funny way, so, like, I had a great time. I am a little bit biased because I'm Greek, and so I'm just looking for the Greek jokes and just, like, jabs at Greek culture and how we are and how we talk and how our families just, like, are big and loud and, like, love each other a lot, which is basically what this movie is, and it's very much accurate. The story in the sequel is that Tula's parents, Gus and Maria, have actually not been legally married for the last 50 years. It all comes down to a priest in Greece not signing their marriage certificate, which is completely likely. Those things tend to happen. And so Maria wants a wedding, and Gus has to propose again. And the whole family has to organize a wedding. Dresses, cakes, painting the house again. The entire cast has reunited for this one, so absolutely everybody is back. So if you like Aunt Vula or Cousin Nikki or Anita, Diane, and Nick, everybody's in it again. Tula also has a 17-year-old daughter who is a little bit kind of done. She's just done with all of this, and she just wants to be a normal teenager, and she lashes out at her parents and, you know, has to decide where to go to college. So all of that is happening with the backdrop of the grandparents' wedding. It's really, really funny, it's heartwarming, and it just really feels like a natural continuation of the events of the first film. The tone is the same, the jokes pretty much. There are some moments where there's a lull and nothing much is happening and nobody's really saying anything, and you're just acutely aware that this is not very well constructed. But, I mean, we're in it for the fun anyway, and fun is what this movie promises. I can't recommend it enough. I had such a good laugh. It was awesome. Special props to John Corbett for almost getting a really cool Greek phrase right. Well done, John. You tried. So that's it for this week's reviews. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please click the like button, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and follow me on all the social media thingamabobs, and let's get talking about movies. If there's any film that you would like me to review, please leave a comment and I will do the thing. See you next week. Bye! And also, I got a tattoo this week. Ah! You get extra points if you know what this is. God, I completely forgot what I was saying. Completely and utterly forgot what I was saying. Subscribe. Subscribe. Subscribe.